Hey, Petey. So there's a story about three genies trying to hide happiness from humanity. The first genie says, "We should hide happiness atop the highest mountain. The humans will never find it there." But one of the other genies speaks up and says, "No, humans have tremendous strength and will, and they will climb the mountain and they will find it. No, I think we should hide happiness on the moon. The humans will never find it there." But then the third countered that, no, that's not a good spot because humans possess significant intelligence and ambition, and they'll build rockets, and eventually they will find the happiness hidden on the moon. The third genie, who was the wisest, then says, "I suggest we hide happiness within the humans, as that is somewhere they will never search, inside themselves and within their own hearts." And so this is where the three genies hid happiness. There are so many interpretations of this. There are so many versions of this throughout history, be it through cultures, through religions, so many different ways in which this story is restated. But there's a reason that this story is restated all these different ways, because it's true. Looking for happiness outside of yourself is a lost cause. You will never find it. Be content with who you are and where you are and where you are going. That is where you will find happiness, and that is the happiness you can share with others. Once you are content with who you are and you have what you need within yourself, then you will share that and everything else with everyone else and help them to see the happiness within themselves. I forget who said this. It may have been one of the guys doing a recording but anyway, they were talking about priests and laity, so priests and non-religious people. And they said that, priests take a vow of poverty, chastity, and obedience. But that non-religious people can't take that vow of poverty and chastity. They can maybe take the vow of obedience, but they can't take the first two. And this person argued that that's incorrect, that we have to rethink it, that a vow of poverty does not mean not possessing anything. A vow of poverty does not mean not seeking out how to serve and earn. A vow of poverty means being willing to share everything that you have with those who have less than you and are deserving. That is a vow of poverty. By not taking such pride and joy in possessions, but taking that pride and joy in being able to share your wealth, and that, this is speaking from the financial aspect, but that's how it's usually interpreted. Share with others what you have. As far as the chastity was not meant for lay people to be, okay, you can never reproduce. Obviously, go forth and reproduce, as stated in the Bible. Chastity is being loyal to the one. So being loyal to your spouse. Having chastity against all others. Having chastity against evil. Having chastity against temptation. Having chastity against, and within those two things are cheating on someone. Okay? That's what chastity is. But again, that's finding all this within yourself. Finding the self-will and control within yourself to know this is the person that I am with. This is the person I will be with. Finding that control in yourself to not feel that your value comes from your financial wealth, but in your ability to take whatever position you are in and to help others around you, to share with others around you. all of that is finding your happiness in your heart, within yourself, and then sharing it. And that is what the genies meant when they said, that is the last place a person will look. And it is the last place many people look. But it is the first place you should look. And the reason it is the last place you look is because that's where you find it. You know, there's the joke of your keys will always be in the last place you look. Well, because why would you look the next place? Of course, it's going to be the last place you looked, because once you find them, you're going to stop looking. So the last place people tend to look is within themselves and within their hearts. But that is such an important lesson to learn. Be happy where you are. Be happy who you are. Be happy where you're going. And be happy with whatever speed you are traveling there. Hugely important lesson. Not something that someone can take in and just say, oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But it is an important lesson to always keep in your mind and to always use as a guiding light. All right, Petey. Love you to the moon and back. See you next time.